Assalamu alaikum, commerce students. How are you? Today we are going to talk about nature and scope of commerce. Commerce is one of the component of business. Broadly speaking, business has two components. Number one is industry and second is commerce. The term business include two main activities. Activities related to industry and activities related to commerce. Before going into the detail of commerce, we need to know that whatever prepared in industry is the input of commerce. Output of industry is the input of commerce. Therefore, it is necessary before discussing the concept of commerce, we need to know about industry. Mainly, industry, we classify industry into two. One is the primary and secondary. In primary industry, we extract the raw material directly from the beneath of the earth. In secondary industry, whatever we dig, the raw material from the beneath of the earth, we take that raw material to industries, to factories, where we manufacture finished goods, we manufacture products. So we classify industry into two. One is primary and secondary. Just see here, over here in the first picture, in primary production, we extraction of oil, extraction of coal, petrol, we classify it as a primary production. And then this oil has taken into the secondary production. Similarly, when we grow the cotton, when we pick the cotton from the farms, we classify it as a primary part of an industry. We take that as a raw material into the secondary industry in which we prepare the cloth from that cotton. So we can say in other words that primary sector we dig from the beneath of earth the natural resources like farming, mining and oil extractions. If anyone is engaged in any of these work, we will say they are engaged in the primary sector, primary industry of a business. Then secondary part is where we turn the raw materials into finished goods. That is why in the first slide I said that the output of primary industry is the input of secondary industry. There are many examples around us. If we see this hierarchy where we classify industries like a primary and secondary. So if we do any extractive kind of work, we will say we are engaged in the primary industry. Hidden resources beneath of the surface, coal mining are the examples of primary extractive industry. Similarly, in genetic industry, we engage in reproduction like poultry farms, cattle breeding, farms, plant nurseries, all are the part of primary genetics industry. If we talk about the secondary part of the industry, we see the construction side and manufacturing side. Constructions of building, construction of houses, we classify it as the construction secondary industry. In manufacturing, we classify manufacturing further analytical, synthetical processing and assembling. For better understanding of these types of manufacturing industries, better we look these pictures. In analytical manufacturing secondary industry, we turn the crude oil into different refined petroleum products. If we are engaged in turning the crude oil into several petroleum products, we will say we are doing the manufacturing secondary. Similarly, if we are engaged in factories where cosmetics products, soap, paint, cement and fertilizer products we are making, then we will say we are part of manufacturing secondary. Processing of clothes, cotton textile industry, as we know that cotton passes from many processes like spinning, weaving, dyeing and bleaching. So this is all are the part of manufacturing secondary. And assembling of radio, TV set, watches, mobiles, televisions, ACs, these all are the part of assembling, manufacturing and secondary industry.